So over the last few weeks, a lot of apps, AI apps like Bling AI, Hilo, and Flux, both AI image generators and video generators, have opened up their API, which has resulted in a lot of platforms integrating these AI image and video generators into their own platform. So I was happy thinking that maybe I can use just one app for all my video and audio generator needs. But soon I found out that that is not the case, as these platforms have some sort of credit system, which means that I could use one app for all AI image generation related work, but then I would not have enough credits to turn all of the images into the same amount of videos. But the thing is that I can use a single platform to access all the AI image generators instead of using 4 to 5 AI image generator platforms. So that is definitely a win. But this led me down a rabbit hole of trying to find the perfect tech stack that can bring us the greatest benefit for the most reasonable price as we go into 2025. And I'd like to share my findings and conclusions in hopes of helping anyone who might need it. So the first thing to consider is the outcome we're trying to achieve, and then find the best and most cost-effective way to achieve that. Things I want to do are create a design and put that design on an item like clothing, decor, mugs, accessories, etc. And then put that design on an online store with automated fulfillment, which is also called print-on-demand shop. Then have the consistent character wear the garment I have created or hold the items that I have designed and move around to showcase the dress or product, both in image and video format. Then I want to upload these images or videos to social media sites as mockups or part of marketing. As an extra, we can also have our character who is wearing our designs or holding our items narrate a story or a tutorial or sing a song or do a podcast and then upload these to YouTube or other social media sites. So let's start with creating a design. I have tried out Kyber.ai, Freepik, OpenArt, Leonardo.ai. And my conclusion is that right now the best tool to use is actually Krea.ai. Krea has all AI image generators and all the video generators within it, including Pika. The only image generator Krea doesn't have is Recraft and the very new Sora and Google's VO2 models. But this is not causing any hindrances at all. It also has robust AI image editing tools with Flux that includes changing an area, inpainting, AI image expansion, the whole works. We also got an extra video feature with Krea. It is this animator feature which adds movement and seamless transitions between the images that we put in this timeline. I think it is very beautiful. Quick tip, add prompt to make the editor more consistent, otherwise the result of the animation, in my experience, will be a little weird. Next is creating a consistent character. This is the other reason for choosing Krea, that it allows us to create a consistent character with Flux, which is the fourth step of our workflow. Krea can do two things at once, creating the design and creating our consistent character. So it gives us a very high return for our investment. And it also allows a very generous amount of generations in all plans. For example, the first month I used Krea, I created 4 consistent character models and an insane amount of images, and also turned many of those images into videos and created about 50 animator type videos, the extra video type that I was talking about. And I made 3 music videos with the help of the AI image generators and video generators that are part of Krea, and a little bit of help from Skilling AI and Video AI. I will link the videos in the description. Tell me if you like them and what you would like to improve. The other thing is that I'm using the lowest tariff subscription plan for all the apps that I'm using. And though paying yearly would cost less, I am using the monthly plans because new AI apps are coming out all the time, and having a monthly plan allows me the freedom to just cancel my plan for a while, or check out some other apps and then come back, or change the plan I'm using for a particular step in my workflow, depending on the experience. And I always use multi-purpose apps. So none of the apps that I'm using are only image generators or only video generators. With all my apps together, I never run out of image or video generation credits. Now I have also used Freepik to create a consistent character, but I chose Krea because in Freepik, if I try to style my character, it changes the features of the consistent character. This happens much less, almost never in Krea. There are some changes here and there sometimes, but mostly the character stays consistent. But if you already use Freepik for the large amount of stock media that they have, maybe moving up a tier in Freepik and using it to access all the AI image generators and AI video generators in Freepik will be more financially reasonable for you. So we are using Krea to create our consistent characters and the graphics for our design. But the designs need to have proper aspect ratios, file sizes, etc. if we want to upload them to a print-on-demand app and create our clothing and or our items. And for this, I'm using the almighty Canva. But there is another app called Kittle. It is very much geared towards print-on-demand sellers, especially t-shirt sellers. And depending on the features they add, I might consider switching to Kittle next year. But for properly preparing the design, I'm currently using Canva. And through Canva, I can also get access to Leonardo AI through Canva's Dream Labs. And Dream Labs was created with Leonardo's foundation model, Leonardo Phoenix, after Canva acquired Leonardo.ai. Now, we are going to put the AI garments we have created on the AI consistent character that we have generated, or make our AI consistent character hold the design or item that we have created and showcase it. Now, for putting different clothes on our AI character, aka a virtual try-on, there are 4 apps to choose from. One of them is just for clothes wearing and for virtual try-on, and the other 3 don't only put the clothes on our character but also animates the character depending on the prompt that we give them. And 2 of these video generators can also do lip sync. Now here I'd like to address the issue that I have already said that I am a fan of multi-purpose apps. But if that is so, then why am I promoting one app which is just for virtual try-on? The answer to that is that the app I'm talking about is very cheap. It is so cheap that it is virtually free. So using it saves credit on the video generation apps that I use, meaning I have more credits to make videos itself rather than using the credits for virtual try-on, clothes swapping. And this app that I use only for virtual try-ons is called Pick Copilot. This is an app made for e-commerce sellers by Alibaba. And we get a generous amount of free credits when we sign up. And I'm still using the free credits. After the credits are done, we can purchase 500 P coins. P coins is what they call their credits, and 500 P coins just costs $9. And these P coins stay until we have used them all up. There are no monthly subscriptions. And since one outfit change takes 5 P coins, for me, this can last up to 4 years or more. Now, 4 years for $9 is almost free in my opinion, like I said before. Now, Pick Copilot does have a subscription system. That's because it can do other marketing related stuff. It's almost like a mini Canva. But I use Pick Copilot for its excellent virtual try-on feature and thus just use the credit system, and I'm not subscribed to Pick Copilot. Now the 4 video generators that can not only put clothing on our custom AI character but also make them move. And these apps are Clean AI, Video, and recently Pika. The choice between these 3 apps depends on do you need your model talking or singing. Basically, if you want lip sync for your AI character. If you don't need AI lip sync, then I suggest that you go with Video, especially because it can do multi-image referencing or multi-image consistency for up to 3 images. Which means that if we upload a picture of a character, then a picture of a garment and a picture of a room or environment, and ask the AI to put the clothing on the character and then put the character on the environment, you will do so without changing the character or the dress or the environment. And this is very important because we are trying to sell these garments and the AI cannot just arbitrarily change the design of the garment. If that happens, it will be like a false advertisement. So it is important that the app we're using maintains consistency of the clothes. That's why for putting on clothes for virtual try-ons, I love using Peak Copilot because it never changes the design of the clothing that I am uploading to it. There are, of course, other uses for the multi-image reference. The main one is ambient consistency or environmental consistency on top of character consistency, which means that we can take a character and upload a image of an environment and put the character there. And whenever we need to go back and visit that environment, we can change the character or get another character and put them in the same environment. It creates visual consistency if we're trying to tell a story. But the thing is that video AI does not have lip sync as of the time of creating this video, but their Discord server says that they are actively working on adding lip sync. Now, if you do use video but need small amount of lip sync, I suggest that you use the app talkingavatar.ai. Then you can upload the video that you have created in video to talkingavatar.ai and then add lip sync. I suggest using the credit plans for this talkingavatar.ai as well because this subscription is very expensive. And it is expensive because talkingavatar.ai does a lot of other things alongside creating lip synced videos. The credits plan is very generous. You get 150 credits for $29 and it takes 5 for one lip synced video. So you can make a large amount of videos. Just a reminder, if you want to upload your own video into talkingavatar.ai to have lip sync, which is what I want to do, we have to download talkingavatar.ai as an app on our desktop, which in my opinion is better than having on that app. Now, other than video.ai, if you are into making viral social media clips, then I suggest that you use Pika. Pika has also just recently, I think 2 to 3 days ago, added the multi-image reference feature. And Pika can also do lip sync, but I'm actually not a fan of Pika's lip sync. And the last one I want to mention, which is the one I'm currently using, is Krea AI. It actually does not have this multi-image reference. But what it does have is a virtual try-on feature. So you can upload the image of a character and the image of clothing and have the character wear that clothing. The clothing can be a top or a bottom, a full dress or a one-piece outfit. And then, of course, Krea is an excellent video generator. We can use it to make our character move around and also do lip sync. I would like to talk about highlivo.ai. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Let's call it Minimax. Minimax has the best prompt adherence and the best type of animation camera movement of all the video generators that are currently present, in my opinion. But like video, it also does not have lip sync. So if you are mainly creating clothing brands and you want your character to speak, overall complete solution for you currently will be Krea AI. But maybe in the future, video will add lip sync, and I'll seriously consider moving to video. And like I have said, I use the lowest tier of plans for all the apps I use, and I use the monthly plan for easily testing out other apps when they come out. But if I exclusively use video, then I might consider moving up a tier in the subscription plan so that I don't run out of credits before my project is done. But it can also happen that Krea adds a image reference feature. Let's see what's going to happen. But currently, I'm using Krea.ai with Peak Copilot. So we are done creating our design and consistent character, both of which we have done in Krea. And we are putting the clothes on our character and making it move or sing or speak through Krea.ai. Now, after we created these videos, we need to put the videos together and basically do some video editing. For video editing, I have been using Descript as always. And recently, I have also been using the inbuilt video editor in Canva. I have been using this Canva video editor especially for my music video. I have also been looking into this app called Filmora, which is an old and very powerful app with an insane amount of AI features. But currently, I'm sticking to Descript because Descript has this feature where it can take retakes, as in fumblings or some things we have said more than once, and then give us the choice to remove them just with one click. And it also makes a list of all the times that we have spoken something twice because we made a mistake, and we can choose if they are intentional and we want to keep them or just remove them. This one I have already removed all the retakes. If this feature was added into Filmora, I think I would seriously consider switching to Filmora because Filmora already has a way to transcribe our video and delete unwanted parts from the transcription, but it is nowhere near as robust as the script. So if Filmora ends up adding this removing retake feature from the text-based editor, then I will most definitely consider switching to Filmora because its video editing features are so much better than these scripts. But currently I'm using Canva's inbuilt video editor and Descript. Now after all this is done, we need a way to sell these clothing or items that we have created. For that, we need to build an online store and a print-on-demand service that can help us put these designs on ready-made blank items or clothing to sell them. Now, most of these print-on-demand services are free. The way they make money is they take a small percentage of the sales that you make. Some of them also have a premium tier, which you can subscribe to, and then they either don't take any percentage at all or take a much smaller percentage. Some of the most popular and good print-on-demand services are Printful, Subliminator, Gelato, Printify, Printway, and also Prodigy. Among them, I am currently using Printful and Subliminator, and also looking into Printway and Prodigy. But if you decide to go with Printful, which is an awesome company, then for building your online store, I suggest you go with a service called 412, mainly because it is completely free. They just take a flat 10% of the sales that you make. 412 is also a merchant of records, which means that they handle all the tax-related issues surrounding all sales, which is great if you are just starting out. You don't have to think about all the tax-related stuff. And they also handle customer support for you. And you can not only sell print-on-demand products, but you can also sell digital products and also other physical products that you have and want to ship yourself. And 412 has a direct integration with Printful and other print-on-demand services. So if you like Printful, like I said before, 412 is a great option for you. And 412 also has an insane amount of features geared towards content creators and influencers, including integration with YouTube Product Shelf, Instagram Shop, TikTok Shop, and also promo codes, memberships, you name it, and they have it. Anything a content creator may want, 412 has it. But the thing is, as a shop builder, they don't have a blog feature. And since they handle customer support for you, they also do not have an email feature. But you can integrate your email service with them. They integrate with most of the famous email platforms, except Brevo. But that may change in the future. Another thing is that they don't have as many product options as you would get if you are using, let's say, Shopify, because every single print-on-demand service on the planet has an app that integrates directly with Shopify. Literally. So if you're trying to sell unique items, then Shopify is the way to go. But the downside of Shopify is that it is very expensive. And although there are lots of apps, you have to pay subscription for those apps as well. And all those apps stacked on top of each other can get very expensive very fast. So after 412 and Shopify, I want to just add that if you are not going to sell apparels, but just going to sell your designs or maybe ebooks or courses that you create, basically just sell digital products, then I suggest that you check out an app called Payhip. It is also free and they just take a percentage of your sales. And it has everything you need to run a business, including an email service. And you can also sell physical products that you yourself have through Payhip. It only does not have an integration with a print-on-demand service. Now, after all of this is done, we have created our products, our mock-ups, and our models for showcasing these products, and we have put them up in a store. Now the extra steps of making a story and having our characters act in those stories or narrate those stories. So to create stories, I, of course, suggest using ChatGPT. I could get by with just using the free version of ChatGPT and Claude in conjunction. But if you are a heavy user, you might want to take up a subscription of ChatGPT. Although to me, it seems like Claude AI generations are much more sophisticated than ChatGPT. But I think ChatGPT in my case seems more versatile to me, and Claude has a lot of features that I will never use. Another thing is that if you are only creating stories and don't want these design things, just narrate a story, maybe you can use an app called InVideo and forego these ChatGPT and Canva and all other design apps. Just upload your concept or your idea in video and to create a fully animated or realistic video and short for you. Another niche is making music videos. To create the songs, you can forego ChatGPT and use an app like Suno or Udio. They both cost about the same. If you are someone who likes to iterate on your song, like create every paragraph separately, then you go with Udio because Udio has that feature. But if you are someone that just wants to upload a concept or song that you have written and maybe upload a tune that you have created and have the AI create a song based on those lyrics and tune, then I suggest you go with Suno. And the thing I do is that I have lyrics and poems that I write and I iterate them with ChatGPT. And after I'm satisfied with the song that I have created, I upload it into Suno and have Suno create the full version. So I had started this year, the year 2024, with these apps. As you can see, I had nothing to create songs with because I was not creating songs then. And as for story and planning, I was just using ChatGPT for planning, not so much for stories. And currently, I added ChatGPT and Suno for writing lyrics and music for my songs, and also started creating stories with ChatGPT. And also, I have changed Hedra with Clean AI and Pick Copilot. And for design, I'm currently using Krea. And the Phoenix model of Leonardo.ai I can already access through Canva. So I'm not using Leonardo specifically anymore. And I have added one more print on demand service to my print on demand service stack. Now, these are here if we just want to create stories or music channels and not do all the consistent character and this virtual try on things. Then we can use Krea for the design Canva and just Clean AI for animating our characters. And we actually do not need the script. We can just use Canva to put the clips together and ChatGPT for story writing. And of course, we do not need this song creation part. We can just use Suno for creating the instrumental background music for our stories. And if we want to create merch for our stories, then we might use Shopify and some print-on-demand services. Otherwise, these are not necessary. Or in this case, we can replace all of these things with an app called InVideo AI. Similarly, if we just want to create a song channel, Pick Copilot for virtual try-on is not necessary. But if we want to create a singer, an AI singer for ourselves, then we can use Krea to create the custom character that is going to be our singer and then animate them in Kling. Having them wear custom clothing is not so much necessary. But if we want to make merch for our song channel, then we might need Pick Copilot. And so we do not need the script. We can just use Canva to put it all together. But we can just use Suno as is without using ChatGPT. And if we do create merchandise, so we can use Shopify and Printful. These two are optional. And here are some extra steps. So for image generation, if you're already using free stock images, then I suggest that you use Freepik instead of Krea. If you want to make viral worthy social videos on top of having virtual try on and lip sync, I suggest using Pika and Pick Copilot instead of Kling. And if you are telling stories and environmental and character consistency is important to you, then I suggest use Video and Pick Copilot. And also for shop builders, for new builders, Photo is a great choice. And you can also use Kittle instead of Canva. But Kittle does not have a video editing feature. So for that, you need a video editor. Hope this helps you decide on a tech stack for yourself that can help you prosper in 2025. Please help me make more like this by visiting and getting what you like from my shop. Link in the description below. For more on creative growth, both online and offline, consider clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Have a good day. See you soon.